To start out, as you can see, the Shinenyx AIM 101 is very lightweight and compact, but there's an awful lot packed into this very small package. The whole thing weighs just 36 ounces, including batteries. There are 5 main controls on the scope. First, we have the 4 main buttons on the top. The first red button is the power button, and you just hold that down to turn the scope on and off. Just hold it for 5 seconds and the scope will turn off or on. The next button turns on the laser rangefinder. You can press this button to start the laser rangefinding function. The laser will pulse every 3 seconds and gives you a constant readout on the range to your target. You'll see the little black reticle in the viewfinder that's separate from your aiming reticle. That's your rangefinding reticle, so you just put that on your target and you'll instantly see the distance. You can also turn the rangefinder on by simply tipping the scope sideways for 3 seconds as well. So there's no need to fumble for the button in its tense situation. The next button is the camera button. Press it once and it'll take a high resolution photo. Or you can hold it down for 3 seconds and it'll begin recording high resolution video and audio. There are 128 gigabits of internal storage, so you can capture hours of your hunting experiences to share with your family and friends. And finally, the back button is the mode button. Here you can easily toggle between the 2 fusion modes, one's a white hot mode and the other is a black hot, as well as straight thermal and straight night vision modes. That way you can easily set the mode to whatever suits your situation at the time. Here are what the modes look like. Fusion mode 1 is white hot and it's probably my favorite mode for most hunting situations. As you can see with the Fusion, you're seeing the image both in the night vision as well as thermal. So the animals are standing out from their heat signatures like they do with a straight thermal scope, but also you're seeing the details like you can with the night vision. Here's a great example of one of the great benefits. As you can see, this axis buck has hard antlers, which are nearly invisible in a straight thermal scope. However, with Fusion, not only can you see the deer's heat, but you can also clearly see those hard antlers as well. You can also see branches and other obstacles clearly with the Fusion that would be nearly impossible to see with a straight thermal optic. Next, we have Fusion Mode 2, which is black hot. Again, you can see both the heat signatures as well as the tiny details on the animals themselves. You can even see these birds in the grass easily. Again, Fusion just adds a completely new dimension to your ability to see and identify animals at night. You know, a lot of guys like hunting with their thermal scopes or their night vision optics, but when you combine both those technologies together, it completely changes your night hunting experience and opens up a whole new world of possibilities. The next mode is straight thermal. The thermal resolution on the AIM 101 is 384 by 288, and this will pick out a hog-sized target out to over 800 yards reliably. You know, there are some times when this mode is really desirable, like when you're wanting to scan an area quickly for living objects. This is even better when you turn on the red outline feature. This feature, which works only in thermal and night vision mode, is an incredible tool for spotting living beings instantly. This can be set to a solid red outline or to blink the outline off and on. Either way, there's no doubt when you're looking at living beings through your scope. And finally, we have the straight night vision mode. The resolution on this mode is 1920 by 1200, which provides a very high quality image. This mode works great just to see the world in night vision, but unlike most other night scopes, this scope also works fine during the day as well. This mode also has that red outline feature, so not only can you see the world clearly, but also it allows you to easily differentiate living beings from their surroundings. It's hard to overstate how valuable this red outline feature is when locating living beings in the field. The only other control is the sight control knob. With the turn of this, you can toggle between 1, 2, and 4x magnification. Also, if you push the knob in, you'll access the scope menu where you can easily control and customize the functions of your scope as well. In the menu, you'll be able to sight in your scope, change the reticle color, adjust the image brightness, change the rangefinder from yards to meters, and much, much more. There's also an easy to access battery compartment on the side of the unit. This compartment holds 2 18650 rechargeable batteries. You can find these batteries easily and they're inexpensive, so having a spare set is easy and cheap. With that said, you can expect 6 to 8 hours of continuous runtime on each pair of batteries, which is more than enough to cover most outings. But if you need to change the batteries in the field, it's a quick, simple, and easy process. Another cool feature on the AIM-101 is the GPS and time readout, which is visible at the bottom of the screen. Also visible are the vertical angle and horizontal readouts, so you always know the angle of your shot. As you can see, this scope literally does it all when it comes to night hunting optics. You know, there's really no other scope on the market that has all these features rolled up into one compact unit. If there were, you would expect to pay $15,000 to $20,000 for a unit with all these options. But Shinenyx looks at price just a little bit differently. Instead of trying to make thousands of dollars profit on every unit, they feel that bringing out an ultra high quality optic with all these features at a price that almost any hunter can afford is just a better path to overall success. So instead of paying tens of thousands, you can get a Shinenyx AIM-101 for under $3,000. That's right, for less than the price of most mid-level thermal-only scopes, you can have the best of all worlds in the Shinenyx AIM-101. This scope is quite literally changing the playing field in night optics, not only by providing never-before-seen features, but also at an affordable price to boot.